The Redmi Note 10 series is one of the most exciting mid-rangers Xiaomi has to offer. The smartphones there cater to diverse groups of users with very affordable price tags. The Redmi Note 10 5G that we have for review today sounds like a rather niche offer. It gives you access to 5G networks on the cheap, but there is more than that. The affordable Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 5G also offers a 90Hz 1080p LCD screen, a triple camera on the back, plenty of connectivity options, a huge battery, and even a decent chipset that can handle gaming on the go. What's the catch? Well, we are yet to find out if there is any. The Redmi Note 10 5G runs on the 5G-enabled Dimensity 700 chipset by MediaTek and is usually coupled with 4GB of RAM and 64GB or 128GB UFS 2.2 storage. We like that Xiaomi has kept the microSD slot, even if it's a hybrid slot. In fact, the Note 10 5G has a lot of fan-favorite features like a 3.5mm jack, FM radio, IR blaster, NFC. There are no stereo speakers, though. The Redmi Note 10 5G, just like the Realme 8 5G, isn't a device for everyone as it's not the fastest or packing the best camera in this price bracket. But it ushers the Redmi Note series into this new 5G era, and anyone who wants to experience the faster 5G networks can do so for €230 or less. The Redmi Note 10 5G is packed paper box that's as vanilla as they come. It contains a 22.5W charger, a USB-C to a cable, and a transparent silicone case. The case has a lid for the USB-C port, which is a nice touch as it keeps pocket dust away. But it's a bit fiddly to open every time you need to charge your phone. Finally, the Redmi Note 10 5G has this thin screen protector that was applied in the factory. But it's a massive smudge magnet, and we peeled that off shortly after this unboxing. As for the design of this device, the Redmi Note 10 5G is your typical smartphone on a budget. It has a glass front, while the frame and the rear panel are made of plastic. There is no ingress protection whatsoever, and even if the bundled case does seal the USB-C port, it still leaves the 3.5mm audio jack exposed. Usually, such cheap phones try appeal to you with catchy paint jobs, and this Redmi is no different. It has a cool matte finish over a reflective back panel leading to this somewhat mysterious radiant light coming from the camera setup and going outwards. We have the nighttime blue model, but the effect stays the same across all versions: chrome silver, graphite gray, and aurora green. That is, if there is light to reflect, of course. So, the front of the Redmi Note 10 5G is packing the 6.5 IPS LCD screen of extended 1080p resolution. The panel has a small punch hole centered at the top. Here lies the 8MP selfie camera. The earpiece grill is on the top thin bezel. The bottom bezel is a bit large, but in line with the competing offers in this class. The whole front is shielded with a flat piece of Gorilla Glass 3. It's not that tough to break, but a bit more scratch resistant than newer revisions. The back panel is made of plastic and a bit curved towards the frame. It has matte finish, which improves the grip, but if you've hoped for smudge resistance, we have to disappoint you. Fingerprints stick a lot and are clearly visible, though they are not that tough to wipe. When the back is clean, you should enjoy the light effects coming from around the camera setup and continuing outwards. Realme 8 5G, in fact, has similar light play on its back. Coincidence? Anyway, the camera setup is the only feature of interest on the back. It's unusually large for a rather basic trio of snappers. There is a 4.8MP primary shooter, a 2MP macro cam, and a 2MP depth sensor. The flash may look like it's a dual LED or even dual tone, but it's just a single LED underneath. The second hole is just a dummy. You may have noticed there is a third hole here. It's for another ambient light sensor. There is one hidden within the top screen bezel. And this here is the second one. Both combine to ensure 360-degree ambient light detection and can adjust the brightness up to 4096 different levels. The camera glass is jutting out a bit, but it's not as much to make the Redmi Note 10 5G wobble to uncomfortable levels. It is flat around the top and bottom and curved elsewhere. The hybrid SIM slot is on the left, while the volume and power keys are on the right. The power lock button also doubles as an always-on fingerprint reader. It's reliable and plenty fast, but due to its position, You often touch it while with your hand even when you don't intend to unlock the phone. And this leads to the phone asking for a PIN more often than usual. If that becomes an issue for you, then you just go to fingerprint settings and change the reader's trigger from touch to press. The Redmi Note 10 5G spreads at 161.8 by 75.3 by 8.9 mm and weighs 190 grams. That's pretty much the same as the Realme 8 5G, but some 5 grams heavier. We have positive impressions from our time with the Redmi Note 10 5G. It's easy to handle and operate, with a solid build and enough grip to be used case-free. Even if a bit flashy, the back is easy on the eyes, so it can match any setting, whether casual or official. There is only one thing we would have improved if we could: the build should have been splash resistant. Knowing Xiaomi, this could very well be the case, but maybe they don't advertise it, so people don't go swimming with their phones intentionally. Still, an official IP rating may be too much to ask at the budget price. What do you think of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 5G? Please let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos every day.